What's going on, guys? We are back with another episode of NOIZ.I Talks with Friends. It is your host, NOIZ TV. This is actually really funny because we're actually doing work together right now, like transferring files and all that stuff. And he was like, bro, when am I going to get my episode? I was like, you can do it right now if you want to, bro. He was like, okay, bet. Let's do it. That's how I improvise his voice. But today is episode 40. Clap it up, bro. Everybody clap it up. Clap it up. Episode 40 is actually insane. Doing this for a year and a half now, like, I would never see myself get to this point because I'm not really, like, I didn't know that I was going to be doing this, but I love that it's going this way. So a little bit about the person I'm interviewing today. We are kind of like new friends, and I appreciate like how he pushes me with content in general. This is the guy who edits literally everything I have on my my page right now, and I think for once it's kind of cool to have someone who believes in what you can do and pushes you to do better, because like even when I have reactions or beats or whatever, you know, he's always wanting my best and always want his best. So I think outside of that, and like because I told him there's a lot of conversations I had this year with people, or last year with people, and like I told him, I was like, you know, if we ever have a sit down about like dreams and aspirations, I don't want to do it anymore. Like, you would be the last person that I do that stuff with. He was like, bro, I promise it's going to happen. I'm like, all right. So we had a sit down, really good, and we've been good ever since. And I think, I don't think I really get to tell him that I appreciate him because there's a lot of stuff, like obviously besides like editing, he's there as a friend. He listens. He's very open and honest, and he gives good critiques. And I think you have to value someone who does that, especially when you're in the field of content creation and a lot of stuff. But he's an editor, a videographer, photographer. He can do it all. Special effects. The man, the myth, the legend. Who are you?
Daryl Ward.
Daryl Ward! Woo! Welcome, bro. Welcome.
Or also known as Third Ward Vision.
Mm-hmm.
Also known as FN Smokey. Also known as Baby D to my family.
Baby D is in the building. Woo! For the people who don't know you, man, do you want to give like a little background of who you are, what you do? I know I kind of gave a little bit, but
okay, I don't like to go by a photographer because photography is not my main thing. I'm a videographer / editor, but I also could take pictures. I've been doing it for about 6 years. Never went to school. No professional training. It's just 6 years of trial and error, bro. Just getting at it, never quitting. And like he said, I motivate him, I guess. I just tell him, like, bro, don't quit, bro. We need to put out content every day. That's all I have to say right now.
Yeah.
I'm not. This like an interview where they ask you. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Like, I don't know what to say.
You can't. I'm not gonna say you can't express, but like you can't tell people who you are. Like, is that hard for you to do?
Yeah,
that's not one of the questions, but I'm just asking.
Yeah, it is.
Why is that hard for you to do?
Because what do you say? Like, just
just
get to know me.
But
I'm Daryl Ward.
Okay.
I'm 27.
Okay.
I'm a videographer. What up?
So I think like, because in my mind I'm like, well, how else can other people know you besides asking you those questions? And I feel like that's where people, because would you say that you're an introvert? Because I don't want to say something.
I would say I'm an introvert unless it's coming to business. Then I could be extroverted.
Okay.
To make the play.
Okay. So like if someone was like let's say like a random person on the street was like, hey bro, like what's up? Like what do you do? Like, do you feel like that's kind of like, oh, hold on. You just give him a head nod?
Yes.
See, I'm like that.
How you doing? Then I keep it moving. Like,
you got trust issues?
For sure.
Interesting. We'll get into it. This is episode 40. NOIZ.I Talks with Friends. My friend, Mr. Ward here. I'm very excited to do this today. If you are new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. For new viewers, how we do the episodes are there's a series of questions that I have for the interviewee, and they have no idea what the questions are just because I like real, organic conversation. I don't know how many questions I have, but I did tell him I have about 5 prepared, but that may go down just because I know that him and I can talk forever. So depending on how, the vibe is with each other, pause, I will definitely, what? Why are you shaking your head, bro?
Bro, you don't have to say pause with everything, bro.
It's just something I do, bro.
You Gen Zers kill me, man.
Gen Z, we're the same.
Bro, I'm a millennial. You're not. You're Gen Z, bro.
I'm not Gen Z, am I?
What year were you born?
99.
Yeah, you're Gen Z, gang.
Pull it up. I don't believe you. I said pull it up. I'm looking at my phone.
What year is Gen Z? Oh, it says 97 to 2012. They changed it.
That's what I thought. I was like, yeah, you're tweaking.
97 is not Gen Z, bro.
Yes, it is.
I've been a millennial my whole life.
No, you have not.
What the fuck?
But millennial is literally 96 and down. That's what I thought.
What?
Yes, bro. It's like I think it's like 82 to like 90, something weird like that. I don't know. But anyways, yeah. Are you ready?
That's crazy.
I'm
mind blown, bro.
Oh my gosh. Are you ready?
Yes,
though?
I'm ready.
Okay. So question number 1. Hold on. I'll do that after 2 questions real quick. Okay. So question number 1. Him and I have had a quite we've had a large debate about how you view humbleness. So I want to get your view on this. So we had a discussion about him wanting to stunt on the people that have possibly hurt him in the past or who weren't there for them when he needed them. So like he told me, like, when he gets to a certain place in his life, he wants to like, hey, remember that time? Hold on, bro. Hold on. Hey, remember that time X, Y, and Z? He said he wanted to do that. So I was telling him, I'm like, there's no way you're going to be able to hold business at a high level if you have like that in your heart. So I want to understand why it's so important to you. Maybe it's not important, but like, why do you want to do that?
It was important to me until talking to you, and I really thought about it. But at the time, it was important because there's times like I needed a helping hand, bro, and I was shitted on, and you don't forget that, bro. Shit, I don't really even forgive. You know how people say I forgive, but I don't forget. I forgive, but I don't forget. I don't do either. So I just wanted to get my lick back. I'm gonna get my revenge type person. So I look. That's why it was important to me, because I wanted my revenge, bro.
What does revenge mean to you besides the fact that it's revenge? Like, does that make sense?
I'm just what you did to me, I'm doing it back to you, but 10 times harder.
To show what though?
To show that you fucked up.
But isn't like with them effing up, I'm going to censor myself. I told him he can do whatever. With them effing up, wouldn't that just be what that is though? Like that is their mistake per se. Like what they did to you is a.
I mean, I look at it that way now because I'm trying to do better. If you know me, I'm a shit talker. Like, so I'm trying to get out of that. I'm trying to be more humble, because at the end of the day, just seeking revenge, that's just bad intentions. And if you do it with bad intentions, it's not going to come out good. So just me excelling in life is shitting on niggas.
So you still kind of have that.
No, I'm just saying, like, just me excelling in life.
But yeah, but like
that's the ultimate payback. So I don't have to think about it.
But go what you just said after that though. You said me excelling in life is
shitting on niggas.
Right. So you still have that.
But I'm not excelling in life with the intention to shit on niggas.
You are and you're not at the same time.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
you are.
not.
You literally just okay, mom. I have to cuss just because it's easier. You literally just said it's me excelling in life is shitting on niggas. I get that, but you even if you are excelling, you're not maybe thinking it, but you're subconsciously doing it. You literally just said it. I'm excelling in life, so I'm shitting on niggas. That's the same
No,
thing.
I'm just you.
You're
Not you.
you're you're
Take
just you're just not you're just not doing it with like, hey, I have this point in my life right now. Remember that time when you like you're not doing it like directly, but like as you're doing it, it's still subconsciously like, hey, I'm still that nigga. That's what you're saying.
So how do you get it out of your subconscious?
Kind of goes into the discussion we had about being at peace. Because I think I told him I was like, bro, like you're not at peace with anything. He was like, well, how can you tell me that you're at peace? And like I told him, he was like, but you're not though, because like you always tell me that you're worried about stuff when you come off the truck. You're worried about this on the road, blah blah blah. I was like, wow, maybe I'm actually not at peace. But I think it does come with being at peace. But how does peace look?
Exactly.
I can't tell you that, but I will say like when I was doing like Ramadan, I was completely at peace. Like I didn't care about anything. If stuff happened, like as a truck driver, like when you're on the road and someone cut you off or whatever, people usually get mad. I'm like, wow, that person probably had a bad day. Like I think peace to me is letting stuff go quick, because I think the more you let that sit, it's just like now I have to shit on niggas. You know what I mean?
Right.
But how do you let that go? I don't know, bro. I can't give you advice on that because we're both still kind of battling it. So I can't be like, well, you should do this if I'm not actively doing it.
I don't know, bro. That's something I have to think about and work on, because, like, honestly, I don't know what true peace feel like. Like, if somebody asked me, can you describe true peace? I wouldn't even know what to say. Would you? True peace, bro.
No, I can only give an example, but I didn't live it like with a certain amount of time. Like Ramadan for me, even though it was for a month, I probably only did it for like 3 weeks, good 3 weeks. But outside of that, like I can't really give an example.
So those 3 weeks, would you say you never felt that feeling ever?
Peace?
Like, during those 3 weeks, the feeling you felt those 3 weeks, you've never felt that outside of those 3 weeks?
No. It truly opened my eyes to like how simple life really is, because I don't think we actually know how simple life really is. Like we look at life as, okay, I gotta wake up, I gotta do this. If I don't go to work, I'm not gonna get money. Dang, the kids gotta eat. I had to do this. I had to sacrifice this. Like there's a lot of stuff that plays on in your head over and over and over. But like we don't really take the time to just sit and look. We always are in a constant rushing ourselves to get to another level, to I don't know, whatever you can think of. But like during that time, everything was out of my mind. If I wanted to do something, if I wanted to record something, I just did it just because. Like, and I was much more. I communicated a lot better with like family and all that stuff, because like I would say, even though I don't really like being around you guys that much, I love you guys, but just from a distance. But it was easy for me to communicate that. But as soon as I got out of it, I started being like super harsh. Like I said last interview, podcast, whatever. When my sister told me that she got pregnant, I was pissed. I'm like, what are you talking about? You got pregnant? Like, you selfish bastard. Because her and I made an agreement to like, okay, we're never gonna have kids. Like if we do, no, it's not gonna happen. But like when she had that, or when she told me that she was pregnant, I reacted like if I was the dad, like dang, what do you mean you're pregnant? No, you're not. Like all this is kind of hitting my head. So I think one thing that I had to let go is pride, which is the reason why those 3 weeks were the best 3 weeks of my life. Like you look at life differently, but pride was definitely in the way at that.
That's hard, bro. Letting go of pride.
It's not hard. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you finish.
I think it's hard. The ego is hard to get rid of, because I don't know. Especially, I don't know, maybe just being a man, that's why it's hard. But
I disagree and agree. So something that he challenged me on this week is we're very open with each other. was no watching porn. Okay, so like it was very challenging at first because I'm like, what do you mean I can't do this? Like, this is who I am. That's so stupid, but like because I made porn such a I don't want to say a focus. Well, I guess it was a focus on my life. Like that kind of helped me get through certain stuff, but it didn't, which is crazy to think. But just, I know I'm saying a lot. Just stay with me, people. But like how people view like smoking or drinking as like a coping mechanism, I use for porn because I'm like, well, at the end of the day, y'all ain't got me, but porn does. Like that's dumb, but that's how I literally thought. So like this week, he was like, bruh, just don't do it this week. I'm like, okay. But it's actually really helped me like control my thoughts and like desires of like sexual desires. Because like you see how much it affects your brain. Like when you're just sitting there and you're like, man, I need sex right now, bruh. You just be like, why? Like, why are you even thinking that, bruh? Go ahead.
It, like when you watching porn, when you're ejaculating a lot, the smallest things be like, it triggers you like, I'm about to go watch porn. Literally, bro, you could be on Instagram. I ain't gonna lie, and Twitter, I had to unfollow so many pages, bro. Like, you can't scroll without getting an erection. Everybody throwing ass, somebody getting piped down on there. Me, I couldn't scroll without getting an erection, and I held on to my semen from November to this month. That's 5 months of not, you feel me, releasing. And what I noticed while I was doing that was I was very work driven. I was focused, bro.
Much more productive.
Like I could lock in on like a project and sit there and get it done. But I don't know, coming a lot just makes you procrastinate, I feel like.
Yes. So like one thing, hold on, y'all, I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So one thing that I agree with was that because like, you know, it's an energy taker. Like it takes everything. So after you're done, you just be like,
Let me take a nap,
bro. Take a nap, wake up, it's the next day, bro. So I think, you know, one thing that he's kind of helped me with, especially, you know, me wanting to be serious with content creation, all that stuff, is what are you willing to give up to get there? And sadly to say, like, porn is the thing I do have to give up because it does take like a lot of effort to want to do something after I after I do that. Like, and like the reason why I'm even bringing it up on here is because I want people to know that like these conversations are the stuff that you need to have, especially with friends. Because I don't think a lot of people have good friend groups, and that is like that's a touchy subject just because, you know, you could be like, oh, this is my dude for life, blah blah blah, but like how, like, did you guys ever challenge each other to be better versions of yourself? And I do want to talk about men directly because I don't think we challenge each other enough. I think we get to a place where we're comfortable because maybe we're doing good or we're making good money, but like how does that actually relate to us wanting to be husbands and, you know, fathers and all that stuff, you know, later on in the years? Because I was telling him, I was like, bro, I actually want to get married. I'm 25 right now. I want to get married by 28. And like, I know that that's like an expectation or whatever, because like you'll find your person, whatever. But I want to get married before I'm 30 because I've looked at my life and I'm like, man, I've obviously made a lot of mistakes, but I'm getting to the point where I finally hit maturity and understanding, like, I know how to communicate better. I know how to be a leader, a protector, provider. And like, I would want to share that with somebody. So like how I view content creation, how I view letting go of porn, like let's say I get in a marriage and my wife finds that, or, you know, X, Y, and Z, how does that look as a husband? Like, dang, you replaced me with that, you replaced me with this. So I know I rambled, but I'm gonna let him talk and then we'll move on.
Damn, you said a lot.
I'm sorry, say whatever.
With the friend thing, like, is that really your friend if you're not challenging them? And if you are challenging your friend and they get mad at you for challenging them, you just gotta cut it off, bro. Like, that's not somebody that's willing to grow, and how can you grow with them? Because let's be honest, like, even though it's your friend, all relationships are transactional in some aspect. So if I'm challenging you, trying to make you a better person, because if I'm your homie and I could come to you and I see the flaws, trust me, bro, the world see all the flaws as well. But I'm just real enough to let you know that about these flaws that are could possibly be setbacks to you, and you are who you hang with, bro. Eventually it's gonna be a setback for me, which is why he was telling me, bro, we not gonna be able to grow if you don't get that hate out your heart. And I'm thinking like, damn, he right, bro. Like I'm locked in with this nigga, so if I got that mindset, it's eventually gonna affect the business that we got together.
We'll get to that. Okay, going into question number 2. With how community is, something that him and I joke a lot about is like the different type of communities that we come from, and like what a lot of people don't know is I don't come from like a huge income based family. So like when I moved to a better area, I jokingly say a lot like, oh, y'all got potholes, this is the ghetto, blah blah blah. But like, I do with him a lot because like, you know, we joke with each other. But like with how community is, do you ever feel like you owe the community anything? And how would you want to implement something in the community? Before you answer, the reason why I ask is because I feel like, and this is why I maybe kind of hate I hate to say it, but this is just how I feel, people. I sometimes hate feeling like I owe black community anything, because I feel like the stuff that is good for the community, they tend to trash. So it's like, I used to hate John Legend for the longest. Obviously, he don't know me, so it really doesn't matter. I used to hate John Legend for the longest because I'm like, you're a millionaire. Why is there not stuff that you're doing in the city that I came from, past having like, because like he has his own theater there. So like in my mind, I'm like, okay, if you're a millionaire, you made it, and you came from here, why aren't you putting more into the city? But like if you look at all the surrounding areas, what can you really put in that wouldn't get trashed? But that's just how I view maybe black community. So maybe you can help me understand, like, do you think it would be good to put stuff in the community, even though I know there's a lot of points, so take your time.
I feel like I don't owe nobody nothing but my future wife and kids. I don't owe nobody shit. Do I want to do something for the community? For sure. I have a grand master plan. When I get to that point, I want to do Third Ward Community Center. I told you about this.
You did,
I want to do Third Ward Community Center, but it will be media based. So there'll be camera equipment in there, PCs in there for them to use, green screen, backdrop rooms, photography. Like, it's gonna be based around camera and editing, because that's what I do. And I would do that because, like, if I had something like that in the community when I was younger, because I'm 27 now, and I've been doing this for 6 years. I didn't start till I was 21. If I had have found this sooner, who knows where I would be right now? We probably would have never even met, bro. I'd have been to the stars. You know what I'm saying?
You would have been shitting on me.
I would do something like that for the community.
Yeah.
Now, I know you said, like, not every time, but when new stuff like that does get put into the city, it gets trashed. People don't respect it.
Do you agree with that statement, or do you like how do you view that too? And just keep answering. I just keep asking questions.
I agree with that, because, like, if you just walk down the street, like, the streets are trashed. Like, the city don't even care about the city for real. So how you expect the people to care about the city? But I feel like if I was to implement that, bro, I understand what you're saying. It would have to be some measures, like some security measures taken, like have security in there, have supervision in there, just to like, hey, bro, why you doing that with that camera, bro? Put that shit down.
Doesn't that suck that we even have to think that far? Because like if you think of, like, have you ever been to Springfield?
I have been to Springfield.
Do you know about the place called like Cohatch or like okay, so Cohatch is kind of like West Social.
Okay.
It's downtown Springfield. Same thing with Mother Stewart's Brewery. Like they have like food trucks every weekend, have a live bands come through and all that stuff. But like that is, it's, even though it's in the heart of Springfield, it's still in the skirts of white people. So it's not really inviting. So like when I go to stuff like West Socials and all that stuff, I'm looking at it, I'm like, this could be really good, but because of the area that it's in, it doesn't make it inviting. Like, yes, it's for black people. Yes, black people go there, but like,
But
go ahead.
also with bringing something like that into the community, that's bringing more income into the community. It's opening up more job opportunities in the community. So if that one good thing can bring more revenue into that area, that would boost up the area in other aspects. Like maybe the city will see, oh, we getting so much traction right here. Let's fix up these
The roads,
let's
the
fix
side
up these
buildings,
roads.
take off the
Let's
graffiti, all that stuff. Yeah.
let's tear down these abandoned buildings, because it's bringing more people. More people are going to see this. We want more people to move to the city, right? So I don't know.
And
I don't know, bro.
I think something that me and my mom talked about really heavy was like, I think how we get there is first we have to start with in home. So how are you taking care of your home? Is your grass cut? Do you have stuff on the side of your lawn? You got trash and blah 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 blah.
But you can't say that, bro,
Why can't you?
because we talking about low income areas.
What does low income have to do about you keeping your house together? Cleanliness is next to godliness, is it not?
It is.
So
It is.
explain that to me. How like why is keeping up with your apartment or
I mean, if the inside of your apartment is fucked up, that's just on you. But like the outside, like if I'm at an apartment, like that's not up to me to keep the grass cut.
but like okay, so like we know Section 80 housing.
Right.
You go to the projects, everything is everywhere.
But if I move into a community that's already like that, I'm just supposed to go in there and change it?
Why not?
Me as one tenant?
Why
of a
not?
complex?
Why not?
So I'm gonna just walk around and start picking up trash
Why not?
and then get on. Hey, don't drop that.
Okay, now we're getting that's too far. But
Okay.
on the first half, why not? If the whole point about having a better community is starting somewhere, why would you not start there? Because what you're saying is I'm lazy, I don't want to do it.
I'm also saying because people in those communities, they probably been there their whole life. That's all they know.
So how do we get out of that?
Got to show them something different.
Which is the impact and experience and all that stuff. But like
Right.
for the people who are actively in there, and that's a rabbit hole that we will go down too, because it's like, where does it start? It does start in the house. It does start. I think it starts in the house for sure.
But you got to think like people, kids today, like, are they being raised right?
Kids are having kids, bro. That's why I won't have kids.
Kids are having kids, and if the kid not fully developed, they know right from wrong, but they still choosing to do wrong. Like, it's only gonna get worse. But there's got to be some way to make a change, but who knows where to start.
And I think that's why, I hate to say it, I've kind of gave up on community, bro. Like my community are like my friends, my family, but like community in
The black community.
I've kind of.
You can't give up on your own people.
I'm not giving up on my own people. So for me, I feel like these conversations I have with people is my way of doing it. I can't actively go out and do anything because black people have conversations. They're not doers. They're not active doers.
I agree.
So like with my content creation, with my whatever, I've asked a lot of my black friends, hey bro, trust me, if you just come over every weekend, we make a plan, we do this, we shoot this, we edit this, blah 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 blah. All right, bro, bet X, Y, and Z.
We locked in,
and that's why I told him, I was like, bro, I can't have another sit down conversation because it's been so many disappointments. I'm tired of getting to the point where it's like, but then it's both sides, because it goes to expectation and then it goes to, do they actually want to do it? Because my expectation could be like, for your life, I see you doing this, but if that's not your reality, why am I pushing projecting my expectation on you.
So let me ask you this. Last Saturday, we went to the Black Men's Mental Health Conference.
Yes.
There was it was literally all talking. Do you feel like any action is going to come out of that?
No. I think it was just a good day.
So what do you think the point of that was?
Just to have a conversation in a room with people who are in these different areas, and we can respect it. And like that's why I told you afterwards. I was like, even though all these people are in different areas, I was truly upset for the people who were asking questions, because this makes me seem like I hate black people. I don't. I just wish we would do better. But one thing that made me upset about that entire day was we have all these people up there. We have officers, judges, psychiatric, whatever, therapists, coaches, and the people kept asking questions about, what can you do for me? I had this idea. Can you blah, blah, blah. Can you do this? These people are already in those positions. The question that you should be asking is, what can we do to help you help us? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like as we always have a problem, but we never think that we can just solve it by ourselves. Like, prime example was, he was like, so you just expect me to go out there and pick up trash? Why not? That's what I'm saying. We don't really want our problems to be solved by ourselves. We're like, well, let's just go with someone else. Let's get someone else to do it. That's why we have EBT, no offense. That's why we have all these different help, government aids, whatever, because we don't really care. So I push the fact that, like, if you cared about your home, if you cared about cutting grass, if you cared about how you looked, along with caring about the community, imagine all the income, all the jobs, all the opportunities that would come through. Because one thing I hated, I was like, when people go on tour, I'm like, dang, like, y'all can't stop in Springfield, y'all can't stop in Dayton. Yeah, like, yes, there may be not a lot of like room or whatever, but one thing I had hope for was when Dave Chappelle put on that entire concert with Chance, Thundercat, Tiana Taylor, what's his name? I can't think, he's blind. Stevie Wonder, all that stuff. I'm like, dang, like, this could really, like, you could really do it if you just cared. I don't know. Your thoughts? Even though he wasn't supposed to ask me questions yet, but this is I like this. So go ahead.
I feel you on the about the Black Men's Mental Health Conference. Like, it's like just because those people in position are in higher position, like, they just point a finger. What are you going to do for this? What are you going to do about this? But
they're already doing it.
But it does, like you said, me going to pick up the trash. Like, okay, I'm putting my foot forward. When you gonna put your foot in? Like, you gotta meet me halfway, bro. It can't just be me going out picking up all the trash. I need y'all to help me do this too.
Yeah, because my thing is with that specifically about the conference is they're already serving people. You know what I mean? So like they already have a group or a demographic that they're already serving. So to keep putting pressure on them of how are you guys going to serve me specifically, how you do better and get a service back or whatever, like the whole bartering, is it bartering? Mm-hmm. Method is, what can you do for me that I can do for you? And like, I kind of hate it, kind of don't, but I think if we exchange services, it becomes easier in the community. He is a phenomenal videographer and editor. I'm a phenomenal host and TV personality, however you want to look at it, whatever. But like, that's our bartering method. Bartering method is, you're good at this, I'm good at this, and it makes you look better, it makes me look better. So it's like, I think if you view helping the community or expanding the community that way, it's a lot easier. But it's more so, hey, bro, I ain't got no money, I need you to give me $100 million right now. That's not bartering anything. It's just you taking. All black people, I feel, want to do is take. And before you guys go all mad in the comments like, oh, you don't care about black people, blah, 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 blah. I do. This is how I started, is just having real conversations. We don't have the necessary conversations for us to want to be better. And
nobody thinks long term.
At all.
They only want
at
to
all.
Right
we want
now.
a quick transaction.
Just like I told him, like, he like, bro, like, I don't got that much money to pay you, man. Like, it's gonna be expensive. I'm like, bro, I see the future, bro. You gonna be something one day. The money gonna come later. Let's put the work in now. and eat on the back end. Yeah, you can throw me a little cheese here and there, like, you know what I'm saying? I'll take it, but I'm not about to press you like, bro, I did all this. I need this. I need this. Because it's going to come, bro. It's going to come later. The only time I don't do that is when I do music videos, because I don't believe in a lot of these local artists, respectfully. When y'all see this, I may be talking about you, or I may not. But I really don't believe in a lot of local artists, because nobody take it serious. But he take his stuff serious, and I believe in him.
I appreciate that. Going into question number 3, this might be the last question, actually, just because I like the dialogue that we're having. And then I'll actually let you ask me 3 questions if you have any. So think as we're going. Last question for me. Do you actually believe in yourself and what you're doing, or are you doing it because people are telling you that you're good at it? Because I think, like, when you get to a point where you're doing stuff for a long period of time, it's like, okay, I've done this many music videos, I've done this many edits, I know how to do this now. My workflow is a lot better. Like, a lot of people can tell you, oh, bruh, that was so hard. But, like, you know, the flip side is like, well, even though I don't believe in you and, like, you're giving me money, I'm going to still do it for you. So, like, do you actually believe that, like, you're good at what you do? Or because, like, you're getting paid for it, that's how you...
I believe I'm great at what I do. This might just be me being, quote-unquote, cocky or having a big head, but the videos, you can ask any artist, and they may say different, but I feel like the videos that I shoot for artists, it's their best video. Whether it's their first video or their 50, if I got the best video that they have, the best video that they have was shot and edited by me. Period. That's all I got to say, bro.
No, I think that's a good point.
I'm great at what I do. I love what I do. Do I want to get out of the music video space? Yes.
I've been telling you that, though, and like that, it's no disrespect to like artists and stuff out there, but like you guys do music videos for the sake of saying I have a music video, not necessarily for like a rollout. And like that's why I don't even like, I kind of like stopped the music because people kept like hitting me up like, hey bro, like let's make a song together. You're not like, in the back of your mind, you just want to make a song and just put it out there. I'm trying to make projects, and I feel like maybe that's where he's going to, because like we expressed talking about doing a lot more corporate stuff, because it means that it's long term. Hate to say it, but he just talked about it, like that quick transaction stuff. Hey bro, I got a fire song, I got some money for it, come shoot and edit real quick. To me, that's not long term. I think long term because when I look back on my life, I can say, wow, I did this project, I did this project, I did this project. If you look at any artist, any athlete, any whatever, they're not going to talk about, hey, that one game, remember I had you and I had 30? They're going to be like, hey, in the finals when I had this in this series, or artists, hey, that album that I dropped, blah, 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 blah. It's more about the bodies of work that you can do. It's never about, go ahead.
But the problem is, like, especially with local artists, like, they don't have no vision. Like, they'll send me a song, I'm like, you got any ideas for the video? I don't know, bro, I just want your fire edits. I'm like,
what does that mean? Does that mean?
You don't have no vision. That's why when I work with an artist, like, for example, Cuddy or NSU Bo, like, they got some type of vision. Like,
shout out to you guys. Good job, guys.
Yes,
good
facts,
job.
For real. I fuck with y'all. They have some type of vision. They already have watched the video in their head as they're making a song or after they listen to the song. So they be like, all right, I want this, I want this. I'm not saying that I can't direct, but if you have no direction, or no vision for your shit, that just let me know you really don't care. So if you don't give a damn, I don't give a fuck. You just want edits, all right, bro, I'm finna throw this shit together. But I am known for making something out of nothing. Like, I could take the most basic ass music video, we could shoot 3 scenes, but I'm finna turn that bitch up, and it's finna look like some Cole Bennett shit coming right out of Dayton, Ohio. You feel me?
But I think that, again, it goes back to challenging each other, people. What do you really want to be doing in the next 10 to 15 years if you only have that one song, that one music video, whatever? Go back to bodies of work, people. Like, it's important to have bodies of work, because if you can't, let's think about it. A lot of artists, especially local, they want to do Rolling Loud, they want to do Coachella, they want to do all this stuff. Do you have a body of work?
That's another thing, bro. Like, I'm sorry, bro, I don't want to go on a rant, but you motherfuckers perform 5 shows in downtown Dayton
and the same songs, bro.
The same songs. Like, yo, I I go to 3 shows that you there. I know your set. I know the order is coming. I know what moves you about to do. I gotta give another shout out. That's why I fuck with my brother F.N. Young B, bro.
Shout out to him.
He's the best. He one of the best performers in the city, bro. Like, he literally gives you a show. He up there sweating, giving it all, bro. No Diddy. Real performances, bro. Real performances, bro. I know your host. Yeah. I go to 3 of your shows and I know your whole set. But back to what I was saying, like, you motherfuckers do 5 shows and get to acting bougie. Like, nobody knows you, gang. I go an hour up to Cincinnati. If I ask them, hey, do you know who this is? No, they never heard of you, bro. Just stop with the big head shit, bro. Just because you performing around Dayton, bro. You haven't made it. You haven't made it, bro. Not saying you not gonna make it, but you have not. Be like, we was just talking about being humble, bro. Be humble.
Tell yourself that too, bro.
But I'm the type of, listen. I get what he's saying. Be humble. I am. He's saying I'm unhumble because I say when I get to a certain point, I want to shit on niggas.
That's not humbleness, though.
That's not humbleness. But if we at the same level, we both down here trying to work our way up. Why you trying to shit on me and we next to each other? That's worse than getting up and being shitted on.
It's the same.
That's worse.
It's the same.
That's worse, bro.
It's the same because it all goes back to intention. So, like, if we're both at the same level, I'm like, bro, you suck, you blah, blah, blah. And then you get up and you're like, bro, you suck, you blah, blah, blah. It's the same thing.
No, it's not. Because
yes, it is. Just because you have a certain level or status, you're making more money, doesn't mean that it's worse. Does that make sense? So because I'm up in your mind or whatever, and I'm shitting on you per se.
That's damn near like all sins are the same.
Yes.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Come on, bro.
I get what you're saying.
So before I close, I think with what I want to say is the reason why it's important to have. I'm kind of putting everything into one, people. So follow me. So the reason why it's important to have good friendships is because even though with this dialogue, it may seem like, you know, we're angry or blah 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 blah, but it's because we just want the best either out of each other or out of the community. But how it starts is us. Are we good examples as men? Are we good examples as a duo, as partner, as business owners or whatever? Like, do we exemplify what we're saying? And like him challenging me this week with like, bruh, don't watch no porn. I'm like, you bastard, you can't tell me what I could do. But like at the same time, it's, you know, when you want to be in those rooms with people that you admire and that you were inspired by, how are you ever going to get there if you don't have the energy? Woo, let's talk about it. How are you going to ever have the energy if you're continuing to do the things that you know aren't good habits? I know he hates this person, but Schoolboy Q, he said in his song,
don't hate him.
you just like his music. Anyways, Schoolboy said in his song, you only get your gifts through good habits. That has stuck with me ever since that album came out, because I'm like, dang, I do have to make good habits in order for me to get to where I'm doing, because people can have the gift of like, what do your habits look like? And like, that's why I say bodies of work matter. If you're just making songs and putting them out, that's not a necessarily good habit, because how people get more notice, even though it is that one song, they have a great debut album, they have a great second album or whatever, stuff like that. So I think when it all comes back to just me and him sitting in this room, I appreciate you, dead ass, from the bottom of my heart, because you are one of, if not, no, you're not the only, but you're one of the people that I can see helping me and helping you get to where we are going to. And then kind of like, you know, about you wanting to open up your center, I think it'd be really dope if we get to a place where like we can have like a small mentorship, like where we can go scout kids who want to be videographers or content creators, and like, you know, we can show them X, Y, and Z, because I think it'd be cool. But that's all I have today, people. I'm gonna let him ask me any questions, and then we can go from there. And take your time.
So when you say that,
how many questions do you have? It doesn't matter, but I just want to know.
I don't know.
Okay, go ahead.
So when you say that when you say that doing for the community starts here, having these noisy talks with friends, conversations, Explain that, bro. How does that seep into the community from your camera? How is that helping the community?
To me, it's helping the community because it allows you guys to go back home and actually have these conversations. Something that really helped a lot. I forget which episode it was. I think it was the episode with my sister. Someone inboxed me and was like, "Bro, you have no idea what this means." It was my mom and my sister's episode. I'm sorry. They inboxed me and it was like, "Bro, you have no idea what it was like to actually hear your mom and your sister respond that way." Because I've always wanted to ask my mom this as a, she was a young mom, and my sister, she kind of like, is the same as your sister. So so me taking the questions and like asking my people that, it meant a lot because now our relationship is a lot better. So I think just me doing this in general allows people to be like,
Make them think.
that's it. All I want is to challenge my community. We are doers, but we are not. I'm sorry, we are sayers, but we are not doers. So how does it implement from NOIZ.I talk to real life? I had to live it. If I'm telling him, "Hey, bro, I'm about to do this, this, and this, and this," I want him to expect me to do that. So if I don't, it's like, "Well, what are you doing? You just said you're gonna do this." So like that's why I hold myself to a super high standard because from the people I watch or the people that I admire, I know that I can be in the same rooms as them and have sponsorships and have partnerships with people. But how do I get there from here? I have to be an example. I have to represent what I want to represent. I have to be a better man. I have to be a better communicator. And I think that if I'm just who I am, it'll bleed into the city.
I agree with you on we're sayers, not doers. Like, anytime somebody tell me something, or if I'm talking to somebody and they be like, "Yeah, bro, he said this about to happen, this about to happen," I believe in when I see it type person. I remember my great grandma, rest in peace. She damn near like practically helped raise me. Like, I was half there, half with my family, with my parents. But she told me, if something is too good to be true, it probably is, bro. So I take everything somebody say with a grain of salt, honestly. I don't know if that's a bad thing or if I should not think that way, but I don't believe shit nobody say. I've been capped to way too many times.
But that's why for me, that's where I kind of draw that line. Is like, I don't have to even if someone were to inbox you like, "Hey, bro, I got this fire song about to have blah blah blah," people, and I mean people, this is everybody now. You can say no, bro. No has been my favorite word all year. No. What do you mean no? No.
That's crazy because this year I was almost start saying no, like, cause I done accepted what am I trying to say? I done cut myself short too many times. Like, if I tell you my price and you say you can't afford it, I'm not taking nothing less than what I charge, bro. Like, I did a deal. I can't believe, like, when I look back now, like, I literally belittled myself, bro. I did a deal where I was like, I'm shooting music videos for $75, bro. $75, bro. 75.
That's not even covering gas nowadays, bro.
Bro, I can't believe that's literally me shitting on myself. Like, how could you, bro? I look in the mirror at my old self. I'm like, how could you ever do that, bro? You was raw. Don't ever sell yourself short. Motherfuckers don't know how much work go into shooting a music video and editing it. And I did that for $75, bro. So now if you ain't got the money, bro, I used to be like, "Oh, I just need the money. I just gotta make some kind of play. I just need to be working." No, bro, I'm not doing it. I say no now. I don't just take any offer, any amount of money. And I also learned that when you stop worshiping the money comes. It just start falling into your hand. Just pray and I don't ask God for nothing materialistic. And the money is not the first thing on my mind. I used to wake up and be like, "I'm gonna make some money today. I just need my next dollar." Once I stopped doing that, bro, it's been coming in on its own. I don't have to work for it. Like, I mean, I have to do work for it, but I don't have to wake up and only think about that. That's a fucked up mindset, honestly. Don't worship money, bro. If you stop worshiping it, it's going to come to you.
And I think that's something that we all have to do as people too, is understanding like the financial thing. Like so I do make pretty good money, like pretty good money, but like my purchases are high key dumb.
Very
Um,
dumb.
and that's another conversation that we can have. But something he also challenged me with was like stop. Uh, sorry, another conversation we had was like, stop extending yourself. I'm like, bruh, but you don't get it. Like if people need it, he's like, but that's not your problem though. And that's something that I am letting go, is understanding that I don't. I'm not going to say I don't owe anyone anything, but I don't have to make everyone's problem my problem. So me saying no is doing that. Like if I don't want to be somewhere, if I don't want to take on a music or a beat or a video idea or whatever, I can say no, bro. Like I'm good with where I'm at, because what I'm doing now in my life with the podcast, with streaming, with my partnership with him, shout out Danilo,
And Louis Key.
and Louis Key, yes, hey Keyshawn, yes sir, all my freaking thumbnails. I appreciate where I'm at right now because these people are locked in, bro, and that's all.
And
That's all I want.
we the real locked in. We not that locked in y'all say when y'all just had a bullshit oh yeah, we locked in, bro. No, bro, this real locked in. This a real locked in. Okay, I got another question.
Yep.
You about overextending yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you feel like you had to say yes when people ask you, like if somebody asks you for money or like why do you feel like you need to give people stuff?
So it goes both ways. Or there's two ways I can look at it. One is I watch my mom struggle a lot. And when there was that one point where probably everyone in our family lived with my mom at one point. Like not all at once, but like, people have lived with my mom at one point. But as soon as she got by herself and like, because she went through a period of like not working at all, and I was so happy for her. I'm like, you're at peace. Like you don't really need much. Like you don't have to work. But as soon as she did that, everyone in the family, I'm cussing, kind of shitted on my mom, and I hated it. And I looked at her. I'm like, don't force yourself to go back into a job. And what is she doing at this very second? Back into a job, and she hates it. So like, I think it comes from looking at my mom and being like, dang, like she doesn't have it at all. Like literally not a lot of people in my family do have it. And like, not saying I have it made, but I make way more than I'm used to. So when friends, when family, when anyone asks me for stuff, I'm like, you know what? You probably are in need right now. I need to help you. But the flip side of that now is it's not my problem. Because I'm very honest about all this stuff. So I have a middle poster board saying that my goal is $5,000 to get a car, or to whatever for a car. I want you guys to guess on my bar from 500 to 5,000 how much I have saved. You're right, it's zero. And it's low-key dumb because I could have a car in a month if I wanted to. But because I've extended myself so much, I'm like now catching myself. Like I'm now catching up to, okay, now I can X, Y, and Z. So I think because I didn't want anyone to struggle like my mom did, I just wanted to help everybody. But like now that I'm struggling with like, trying to get a car, I had to put everyone on silent. Like,
I feel like
yeah.
You can't help other people if you have not helped yourself 100%. Like,
Right, that's why I'm not. But
yeah, you gotta put yourself. You gotta put yourself first. Okay, this is how I look at it. Like, say there's a hierarchy. You gotta go God, you, then everybody else, bro. Because even when you get married and have a family, You can't put your wife or kids before you. You gotta make sure you taken care of.
Because that's how you provide for.
Yeah,
Wow.
if you at 100%, it's just gonna trickle down the family. Like,
And this is why mental health matters. I'm sorry. This is why mental health matters, is because like we don't look at it. I've never looked at it from that. It's always been God, family.
oh,
You know what I'm saying?
how can you can't love nobody till you love you.
I agree with what you're saying. Like and like that's why I'm getting to the place where, because I do love I'm starting to love myself.
Ooh,
I almost call myself.
I don't like that.
I'm starting to love myself because I'm on the truck Monday through Friday. It's hard for me to just be like, let's go, let's do it, come on. But I have to, because if I don't, when I get home on weekends, I probably only have one day available. Not even a day, pretty much. I have half a Friday, half a Saturday, gone Sunday. That's how it works. Like, and it's very hard to do that because I either have to get my hair done, run errands, wash my clothes, make sure he gets the files in time. Did I make my meal preps for the week? Do I need more groceries? Do I need something for the truck? All this is happening in a half a day. When I get home on Fridays, I have to make sure my truck is parked. Is everything locked? I got to get out, clean everything out. It's a process, people. It's a process. So I think with like how I'm starting to love myself is doing more of this. Like as soon as this is over, I'm about to get on TikTok live and Twitch and stream for a little bit, because that's something I love to do. I want to be a content creator, and not like how everyone else is, because I think that a lot of the content creators, they're doing it for the sake of have a mansion, or I kind of love to doing it, but now that I have a status, I don't have to do anything else. That's not what I want to do it for. I think we're in a I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was about to say what you just said, that going to not worshiping the money. What I said earlier, like if you do what you truly love to do, the money gonna come. Like I said, I've been doing this for 6 years, bro. Like this past year, 2023, and this year I just started really getting money from it. And I'm not even saying I'm getting money, like I'm up big pape off this. Like I'm talking about like, okay, I got a set price and people are paying it. The money gonna come eventually. And if you didn't have nothing else, I do got one more question.
Hold on, real quick. Yeah, let me say this real quick, and then you can ask your question. So kind of like feeding off of that as well is, because something we joke about a lot is like, you know, views and likes and all that stuff. And like I told him up front, I was like, bro, I'm just letting you know, I don't care how far the video is. Like, because he had to tell me in the beginning, like when I started posting like a lot more shorts and all that stuff and reels, he was like, bro, like did you look at the numbers for this? I'm like, no, because I don't really care for it. Like my sole purpose right now is just to keep pushing myself into algorithm to kind of get myself more notoriety. Because I told Keyshawn, I told Danilo, I told him, I was like, the sole purpose for the rest of this year is to kind of get noticed, and not for the sake of like, hey, you're that. No, it's just for the sake of wow, he's still doing it. My friend came over yesterday, I'm about to cry. My friend came over yesterday and he told me, he was like, bruh, I'm so proud of you, because like even though like we're not friends, like we haven't talked for like 10 years, he was like, no matter what, I'm always gonna be there for you. And that hit, because I'm like, dang, bro, like I thought you forgot about me. Like, but like hearing that from someone who I admired when I was younger because of how he was so free with life and all that stuff, like him telling me that he was proud of me meant the world, because that's all I care about, bro, is to know that people that I care about are proud of me because I'm still doing what I said I wanted to do. Go ahead and ask your question.
My last question, when you said you're starting to love yourself or learning to love yourself, actually I got like a question and a half. They kind of go together. You said you're learning to love yourself by doing this content creation. Do you feel like content creation is what you love to do?
No, it's music for sure.
So
music is my first love ever and will always will be.
How is this helping you learn to love yourself?
So I had a conversation with my cousin, love you, Selah, because like, you know, I asked her a personal question and she was like, can I ask you something? I was like, yes. She was like, do you love yourself? I just waited, and she was like, I didn't think so. And I was like, oh, she knows. So like, you know, she told me, she was like, you know, from this point on, I want you to take time to love yourself. Next day, bro, wake up 4 a.m., It's on my TikTok. It's one of the, I think it's the one where I had like the tan hoodie. That was like the first time I like made music in front of people in forever. And like I think at one point I had like 60 to 70 people watching, and that was like crazy. Like, man, like you could, like, you're really good at music. Please don't stop. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, bruh, I should kind of keep making music. But then, because of how like my life is right now, it is kind of hard to want to get up because I'm so exhausted from pushing myself to get to certain deliveries, to waking up super early and all that stuff. Like, it's hard to do stuff on the weekends, but how I get there is pushing myself on the weekends just to do this. Just the simple fact of, hey, you ready to shoot a video? Let's do it right now. You need a video? I'm about to send you the files right now. Like, that's how it happens. But because music is my first love, I had to force myself to love it again because of something that happened, which we will not discuss on here. So like that whole process of music is just, it's amazing. I love creating it. I love producing it. I love all the stuff. But because I'm in a weird space with a current situation right now, it's hard for me to just like tap back in, because I feel like if I'm not making music for the love of it and I'm just kind of doing it because I feel like I have to, I won't touch it, because I feel like it doesn't make it authentic. It just makes it, oh, that's a good beat, or oh, that's a good song.
I feel like you lost my question, bro.
I didn't answer it?
No. How is, you said doing content creation is helping you learn to love yourself.
Right.
But then you went off to beats and music. Like,
oh, so I'm saying that content creation for me, it's about the consistency and the discipline.
Okay.
So like if it helps me love myself, because like if I can consistently put up something or consistently do something, then I'll consistently do something for myself, which is taking care of myself. Literally just that, because being on the truck, it's kind of hard to, because I talked about this like when I was doing my weekly vlog on the truck. It's very hard to take showers on the road, which is why I have like shower wipes and all that stuff. But like I've kind of lost sight on like how hygiene looked for me, because I'm not home every day. So like I'm like, well, I have shower wipes, I can do that, blah blah blah. But I started to get like really bad acne. Like I can, you can feel like your odor. You're like, I kind of feel disgusting. So something I told myself was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the store. I'm gonna get some face wash, some moisturizer, some lotions, some teeth pulling, all this stuff. Like, I'm not teeth pulling, oil pulling for your teeth and all that stuff. And like every day, I wake up like early, like probably like 5:30 in the morning, brush my teeth, do my shower wipes and all that stuff, and like I feel better. I'm like, wow. Now I can feel, if I feel better, then I love myself more. Sorry for answering your question.
Right. So basically, you're saying like developing self-discipline and taking care of yourself pretty much is
how
the
I
key
love
to.
more. Yeah.
Do you feel like that worked for everybody, or
Yes.
that just worked for you?
Yes, I feel like that can work for everybody. But people aren't as disciplined as I am, or wanting to be, because we get to a point where it's like, well, if someone does this for me, then I'll do it. But it kind of goes back to like the whole, we don't have to wait on anybody, and like that's why I stopped doing stuff for people, because I don't have to. So like the more I said no, the more I'm like, wow, you're valuable, Zion, to yourself.
Okay. I had another question, or another half question.
Go ahead.
I'm going to change it. You just said you have to stop waiting on people.
Talk to me. Yep.
Stop, bro.
Yeah.
Clip loose ends.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You literally just said you have to stop waiting on people.
Mm-hmm.
You letting another man hold you back, bro.
So the whole
That's
whole situation is I have a project that I've been working on for the last 5 years, and there's a lot of stuff that went on with this person and the people around this person. The first person we went through to record basically said that like it was too big of a project. We moved on to another person. He's like, I got you guys. The person I worked with was like, I got like the recording. We can talk about everything else after. Pay this dude $800. This dude, we get to like kind of the end of the recording, went off to like Chicago or something to do presidential promos for people. Kind of just left. Then we got to this last person. He's a great person, by the way. Love you, Ash. Ash Matthews, Ash Music, Small Boy Studios. and we were recording, and then I talked to someone about like how the music looked and how the music felt, and the guy was like, well, you could be better in these aspects. And then I'm like, man, I have to start over again. But how I view the person I'm working with, it was very hard to get to like a middle ground, because like I see him doing shows, or I see him recording with people, or I see all this other stuff, and I'm like, well, I understand that I told you, well, let's just wait until we get to this point, but that doesn't mean just forget about it. So what he's saying is like, I had to let that go, and I do, but I feel like it's also hard for me to kind of just let go, because I worked on this for so long. And then he said, that's not even your best work, and that like went over my head. So I just want to clarify before, you guys are like, what are you guys talking about? So
I'm not saying that's not your best work. I haven't heard all your work, but
yeah,
if you really love music, you're going to keep making music, bro.
correct.
Like, do what you need to do. Get that shit out the way, bro, so you could keep going. If that means cutting people out of the deal, bro, you got to do that.
I agree 100%. Do you have anything else?
No, I don't.
Okay. Wow. I'm actually liking the more I call it free mat because like free format. That was dumb. Whatever. Like the more free mat versions of these recent episodes, because I don't feel like I have to ask you hard hitting questions that'll hit your heart and like you'll go back and think. I think just now having the ability just to talk to friends right now, because it's important for me. Like something I tell them all the time is I'm alone on that truck, and like at first it was just me and God, and I was like, God, I'll get back to you a little bit, because I'm ashamed for me like losing faith, because like it's a discipline to want to be better. So like if I'm better by my friends, if I'm better by myself as a man, then like everything else will follow. So third, Daryl, baby D, I appreciate you for challenging me tenfold. Not saying that I would have given up, but I wouldn't be as determined to get somewhere if you, Danilo, and Louis Key, if you guys weren't in my life right now. Oof, man. And they literally help me be a better man every day. So I want to say I thank you on camera. Appreciate you, brother.
No problem, bro.
You have anything else you want to say?
No, thank you as well, bro. I still, all my friends that I have are 10-year plus friends. Like it's what I say. Yeah, it's hard for me to consider people friends, bro. I consider you a friend, man.
Wow.
Potential brother.
Wow.
In the long term.
Yeah,
for sure.
Thank you guys for watching this episode 40. We made it to 40, people. I don't want to put a lot more on. So I thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I will link all his stuff, his Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever. I'll put it all in the comments.
Facebook.
We're not doing Facebook, low-key, kind of creepy. But I appreciate you guys. It is NOIZ.I TV and
Third Ward.
And we are out.